Street, going for a walk. And today, or a squawk, we're going to go for a squawk. Part scooter ride, part walk. And today, we are walking South Street, April 30th, 2022. Why did I say the date? Because in the next, few years, this is going to be a whole different section of Philadelphia. They are going to build over Penn's Landing and make it like a park. Or not Penn's Landing, the highway, I-95. And they're going to make a park on top of a highway. Okay, why not? Let's do it. There's a sculpture of 3 people holding hands. Very exciting. South Street. That's by the way, that the people holding hands, that's called stroll. South Street. What's the story with South Street? It used to be a tourist location. Used to be a happening spot. Now it's just a street with a lot of empty stores, but it has a great past and a wonderful history. And guess what? We'll talk about that, and hopefully there's some new things, new and exciting things coming to South Street. Right here, this is a piece of history. Here in 1763, the southernmost point of Philadelphia was determined as the start of the survey of one of the most important borders of the nation, the Mason-Dixon line. The Mason-Dixon line, they started the survey for the Mason-Dixon line right here. How about that? That's pretty north. That's pretty high north. Hello, friend. Oh, it's a stop sign. That's okay. You're a Yankees fan, so you're an asshole, so you can blow stop signs. This is Downey's. Downey's was an Irish pub. And then the guy who owned Daly sold it to an Italian chef who wanted to be an Italian chef. He didn't want to run the Irish pub. And then, so the bar went to shit pretty quickly. And so they had to call John Taffer from Bar Rescue. And he came in and he worked his magic on Downey's on South Street. If you ever watch the first season, this might have been the first episode. Dominic, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure Dominic was suffering from depression because of his brother's death, and he didn't really put his heart into his business. Oh my God, the railing's falling off. There was one scene where John Taffer and Dominic are up on that balcony, and John Taffer throws a chair onto South Street right here, and he almost hits a tour bus. You can see that. Season 1. There we go. This is the Irish shop. This is where you could get yourself a $60 Jeff cap. Oh, look at that. That kind of looks like a sporn. And they got all types of Irish wares, nice scarves, beautiful hats. There we go, the $60 Jeff cap. So that's there. This is the parking. This is how you park in this city. First off, you got to know your license plate number. Make sure you do that. So you go, you want to park in this zone. Then you type in your license plate number, which, I don't know my license plate number, so I always walk a quarter of a block, then I get back to the thing and I go, shit, I forgot the license plate number. So then you go back to your car, you get the license plate number, and it's such a pain in the ass. The parking authority in Philadelphia are so brutal. I mean, somebody said they're good at their jobs, and it's not. Then what they do, they're parasites. They feed off misery. And they just write tickets. So our parking authority are such assholes, they have their own TV show. So just, pay your meter. Try not to park in this section. That's the South Street Diner. They're still doing the drive-through restaurants on South Street, huh? These little spaces outside the a lot of restaurants during the pandemic, they put these little patios outside. And I thought the city was doing away with them because, you know. So that's Paddy Wax. Paddy Wax is an Irish bar. I started a riot in there back in like 2010. There's another place to park. Let's see. So this is new. The Bridget Foy's local bar and kitchen. Well, that's good. That's new. I think this building caught on fire, so they rebuilt. I don't know why they would do that. There's so many vacant spaces in this neighborhood. Like this place here, they don't even try to. They don't even have places looking at the what do you call it? To fill the vacancies. So what they do is they sell the windows for advertising, just so they can get a little income. This should be interesting. It's a nice stay. It's like Saturday around 12:30. So I'm kind of curious to see what we got going on crowd-wise. Kevin Hart. Oh, is it here? Kevin Hart got his career started on this street. It's one of the buildings. It was called the Laugh House, the Laugh Factory. Kevin Hart was a shoe salesman. And they had, if you know the name of the comedy club, write it in the comments. Kevin Hart was a shoe salesman, and there was like a comedy night, and they said if you're the funniest guy on open mic, you win $50. He went up on stage, like as a dare, and he won the $50 contest. He went back the week later, and he won the $50 contest. And then he went back the next week, and they said, "Nah, we're not doing the $50 thing no more." So then he started going to New York. Here's some Indian. Wow, are they leaving their shit outside? Man, that's a. Oh no, they're open. Okay, I was like, man, they're closed and they're having their shit. But like everything on that side is closed except for the Rita's Water Ice. Rita's is a national chain where they sell Italian ice. There's local ones. It's all edible. It's water ice. You can't really fuck it up. Oh, hookahs. You need to get a hookah? Guess what? They got hookahs all over South Street. You want a brown sugar doll in your cup? No problem. But you get hookahs. You can get the thing that dispensed the pot. There's another hookah. There's a hookah. There's a bong coffee mug. It's a magical spot. A lot of you get yourself a lot of vibrators on South Street. Well, maybe not no more. There might be like 2 or 3 vibrator stores. This is John's Boardwalk and Grill. This is the birthplace of Larry Fine. Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. That might be my favorite mural in the city. He was born in this building here. His dad, Mr. Feinberg, I used to know his first name, Mr. Feinberg, he was a jeweler. And when they cleaned up the jewels, they would use like a certain acid to clean shit. And they dropped the acid on little Larry's arm when he was like 3 or 4 years old. So Larry's mom took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Listen, why don't you teach him how to play the fiddle? That way he can exercise the muscles that were burned." And so Larry started playing the fiddle, and it was because he played the fiddle that it was Dobbs open? What? See that stage there? Green Day played it, Everclear played it, lots of punk bands played that. I can't believe this place is open. got goosebumps. I fucking love live music, and I haven't heard it in so long that I will. That's the School of Rock. You ever see that movie, The School of Rock? Well, I think that started around here in Delaware County, and those performers are people who attend the School of Rock. There's a few, I think they're all over, but that's the Philadelphia Bridge. Oh, this is Lorenzo's Pizza. Very big slices of pizza. You could get them for $5.25. It's a big slice of pizza. It's, I would say they used to, it doesn't matter. Everything used to be something. Here we go. What I tell you about the, get yourself a corset. You want to be one of those hats? Want to wear one of those dominatrix hats? They got them here. There you go. I got that in blue at home. But yeah, and then this place here is called Mineralistic. If you want to buy a crystal, or I don't know, like a dragon. Well, I got to get some Def Leppard on vinyl. Let's see what's going on here. Chanel West Coast one? Oh, shit. I love ridiculousness. Damn it. My buddy Onslaught was on that show. This is 325 South Street. This is where, back in 2001, there was a mass riot on South Street during Mardi Gras. We had a big thing. Mardi Gras used to be a pretty big thing in this section. And there was a riot. And I spent most of the riot inside that store called CDs to Go. Fantastic time. The boiler thing. Oh, that was a high note. Let's see. This is the Theater of Living Arts. We got... Seven Dust. That's the only one I know. Is that Ludacris? Lucas. Is that No. I don't know any. I'm just getting too old. This is Ishkabibbles. They say it's supposed to be one of the greatest cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. I say horseshit. Horse shit. Yeah, look, see, I told you, drive-through restaurants. Anybody could drive through it. I know there was one restaurant on South Street that somebody drove through. If you're going to come to South Street and get a cheesesteak, I would go to Jim's. It's good. 6.5, 7 out of 10. Ishkabibbles, I gave it a 3. But if you get a Jim's cheesesteak and go to Lorenzo's and get a slice of pizza, and if you put the cheesesteak inside the pizza, we call that a Philly taco. And it's pretty good, because the bread at Jim's is like my only complaint about Jim's. The bread isn't good. So when you add that slice of Lorenzo's pizza, it makes the bread pretty decent. And honestly, I think Lorenzo's pizza is garbage. And for some reason, you put the two of those things together, it's pretty goddamn good. Just going to try to cross the street here. I want to show you this store before I show you another store. This is Crash Bang Boom. Crash Bang Boom. They sell like punk rock t-shirts and, this is what Hot Topic tries to be. I think that's a good way to describe it. Like if Hot Topic wasn't so trendy, like this is the. But is that really a good? I don't know if that's a good way to put it. It's so much more than Hot Topic. And but yeah, they got punk clothes. And if you look up there, that is an ant, and that is from Zipperheads, which is a store that was around the corner. You go right here. And this is Zipperheads, which was, if you ever heard the song Punk Rock Girl by the Dead Milkmen, that's the first line in the song is, "One Saturday I took a walk to Zipperhead. I met a girl there and she almost knocked me dead. Punk rock girl, punk rock girl. Just you and me. And that's Zipperhead right there. And that was a bigger version of Crash Bang Boom. The reason why they moved from there to, I don't know, 100 yards around the corner, rent went up crazy in the 90s. This is Jim's Steaks, by the way. If you're going to get a cheesesteak, I told you, go here, go to Jim's. This is Milk Boy. If you ever saw the TV show Bar Rescue, this is the second bar on this street that John Tafford rescued and shut down a year after he rescued it. What are you honking at? When John Tafford rescued this bar, it was run by a Philly cop who, I think he had a drinking problem. So John Tafford had this great idea. He said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make pizza. We're going to make pizza because South Street doesn't have a pizza place, even though Lorenzo's is on the street. So that was his plan. He said, we're going to make this a pizza place where you could buy a beer. And the beer was too expensive and the pizza wasn't good. And they shut down a year after they opened. And I heard that the police officer passed away recently. I don't know if that's true. If anybody knows differently, please let me know. He was a Philly cop. And again, he was like, he had a little bit of depression in him. And, you know, things weren't going so good for him. This is another store where you could buy hookahs, bongs, the world of wonder. You get yourself one of those gas mask bongs. Look at this thing. I mean, this looks like a chemistry set. Oh, you know what I do? I just put it in a little piece of paper and I roll it up and I smoke it. But this, you got, what the fuck is this? What are you supposed to do with this? That's like a work of art. Wow, look at this. Uh-oh. How kind of Corvette? Fantastic. This artwork is put in by a guy named Isaiah Zagar. Isaiah Zagar, he makes art all over the city. He's still alive. And he started making these murals on South Street in the 60s. You see, back in the 60s or 50s, it doesn't matter. Don't go writing book reports. The 50s or 60s, they were talking about building a major highway through the street, so property got really cheap. And since they thought they were going to knock down these buildings, people, Isaiah Zagar, will walk around and go, yeah, let me throw some of my art on your wall. And they're like, well, I don't give a shit. Go ahead, put the art up. They're just going to get knocked down anyway. Snipes, at one of these stores, I think maybe it was Foot Locker. No, I think it was Snipes. That used to be Tower Books. And I camped out for 3 days to meet Howard Stern. I camped out 5 hours to meet Robin Quivers. This is the Woolly Mammoth. This is another bar. So in the 90s, or the early 2000s, rent went up really high. And one of the reasons why is because it went kind of corporate. This store here was like an Adidas store. You see, it's all Foot Locker. It's all brands now. But it used to be like used bookstores and old records. There's some record stores still, but it definitely has a different vibe. Fat Tuesdays, they sell frozen drinks that you're allowed to walk around and drink in the streets. I don't know. That doesn't matter. This is Condom Kingdom. Again, if you want to get yourself one of a vibrator. There you go. There's the Bloomgasm. Isn't that nice? Isn't that fantastic? It looks like a flower and it gets you off. Can't think of anything better. There you go. Get yourself weed socks. My 14-year-old daughter is dating this guy, and he was wearing weed socks. And I was like, what are you doing with the weed socks? He said, oh, they're my dad's. I said, what? Yeah, they're my dad's. He said, your dad got weed socks? I don't know. I said, yeah. So, okay. Why are you wearing your dad's socks? I'm real particular about my socks. I don't like anybody touching my shit. I don't want your feet in my socks. I change my socks sometimes like 2-3 times a day. It's a weird thing. It's a real weird obsession. That used to be an amazing used bookstore. It was one of the best stores in this area. Here's one of the record stores in this neighborhood. Repo Records. Oh, you know, maybe I'll get a dollar record. I haven't got that dollar. Look at that. Oh, God, that's a pretty cool. Yeah. So they sell records in there. Look at this. Uh-oh. You know what this place is? They sell $80 Crazy Eddie t-shirts. Used t-shirts from the 90s that you got for free. They sell them for $90. South Street, they do the gyros or gyros to go. Ishkabibbles. 2. That's another cheesesteak place. You know, I have a gift card for that tattoo parlor that I have not used. They do this thing. They do like tattoos for like $13 on Friday the 13th, but you have to make a reservation. So me and Cheryl made reservations to get tattoos. Because that's when you want to get a discount. It's when you get something permanently attached to your body. And they overbooked it, and then we had to wait for a gift card, and that was a pain in the ass. So they got $40 off me, I think. There's the Garland of Letters. I guess we're right here. That's a spiritual place. Back in like 2010, I was looking into Buddhism a lot, studying Buddhism. I guess I was studying. And they have a lot of that shit there. A lot of Buddhist stuff. A lot of, you know, they have like yoga classes and all types. I guess I don't need to really show you. I just talked about it, so there you go. We're going to go back in here. Oh, here's another place with the $80 Crazy Eddie t-shirts. Federal Donuts, are they? Wow, uh-oh. This place here, they make killer donuts. It's almost like a cake, their donut. So good. And then they also make chicken sandwiches. It's an odd combination. Both of them are very good. This is cheese steaks, chops. Ooh, I never been. Maybe I'll try it one day. Not today. One day. DTLR. It used to be Tower Records. Met Ric Flair inside that building. Met Mr. Perfect. Met Mr. Mean Gene Okerlund. Fantastic. Good times. Now, it's a t-shirt place. I'm thinking this has something to do with Octavius Cotto. But I'm not sure, so I'm glad I said that. Here's another pizza shop. Taco ramen. That's a combination of foods. There's a hat. I'll show you this sign. This sign's pretty neat. I got the shoes hanging. That's a jeweler's. I know my friend. My friend I used to work with was sort of talking to a guy who owned a jewelry store around here, and he said all the hip-hop guys buy their shit around here. That guy's having that guy made a statement, and then he said, why am I doing this? And then he gave an answer. Just say, you don't have to ask. This looks like a cheap suit store. Yeah, this is probably a cheap suit store. This is Atomic Comics. Brian Dawkins shopped here. If you're a big fan of Brian Dawkins, I don't know if he still shops here, but he did one time. It was an NFL store. It was on like Fox 29 pregame show. And I don't watch pregame shows anymore. I stopped watching them a long time ago because they got me mad because of all the fake laughter. There you go. Now you get some advertising on your bongs. This is really, it's just a magical place. Bring the family, bring the kids, drink some beer, buy yourself a vibrator, get some magical crystals. Really, it's anything and everything.
For the most part.
Just in case, yeah, there's some more bongs and hookahs. Really, it's fantastic. That's a pawn shop. That's been there for years. I mean, that might be one of the oldest stores in South Street. Garland and Letters has been there for a while. Yeah. Buy, sell, trade. A lot of used clothes on South Street. There's also a great thrift store is Philly PA's Thrift. And that's a little bit off South Street. It's really an amazing place. That's the wooden shoe store. That's a anarchist. Ooh, how do you say that? Anarchist. That's an anarchist bookstore. They sell, anarchy books. I had a friend that worked there, and he was all for anarchy. And then something happened to his mom, and he called the cops. And I said, "Oh, that's real anarchy there, buddy." He was one of those guys, he thought he was better than everybody. And I was like, what are you talking about? You got to live with, there has to be some order. This state store, I like to go, that's my anti-anarchy post. This state store was looted really bad during the riots. There was a news van over here somewhere during the riots, and somebody jumped in the van, and there he is, ruining days, breaking hearts, causing misery. I don't know. Have a good night's sleep. I don't know how you do it. Just ruining lives. Here we go. Here's this is a hookah cafe. So what you do is you go here, you buy a hookah, you bring it into the hookah cafe. Really, it doesn't. I mean, how many hookahs can you sell? This is a hookah with a Bluetooth. My oldest kid belonged to a Bong of the Month club, and I just wanted to break them all over his head. I said, you only need one bong, you dummy. We're just walking. Here we go. Where are we at? I don't even know what street we're on. I'm just having. There's a little pet store. What's this? Celebrating 5 years. What are we doing? Aliens. My black owned. Looks like it's a barbershop. There's a massage place. Octavius Cotto, an early graduate of the Institute of Colored Youth Cotto, lived here. Oh, Gavin, how you doing, buddy? So I just saw an old friend who I haven't seen in years. Isn't that great? There we are. There's a little drumming studio. Music is a big thing on South Street. Like I said, Tower Record stores. Clothing was big. This is like the hip street, or it was the hip street. Look at this house. Isaiah Zagar, go into town. The entire house. He just said, let me. Oh, look, and there he is himself. There's another piece. But this is Isaiah. That's him. He lives around here still. He's in his, he might be in his 70s. And he has a museum down the street we're going to see. It's called the Magic Garden. And it's a house that he's just been working on and adding to and for years. This is a pretty cool street. Yeah, he went crazy on this street. I think his museum's like it definitely is blocked from here. And I think he lives, like I said, I don't know if he lives here, but And he just takes like glass, mirrors, bottles, wheels, and just... And the reason why he puts mirrors into his artwork is because he wants you to see yourself in his art. There is a documentary about Isaiah Zagar. It's on... I don't know if it's called... I don't know if... Oh, I forget the name of the documentary. I do know you see him naked in it, and I couldn't... I don't like seeing people naked. It just ruins it for me, especially men. Look at this. I saw Xavier Woods. He's a professional wrestler. I saw him. He made like a dirty movie tape. And he's part of a tag team called New Day. And once I saw that movie, I couldn't root for New Day ever again. Very bizarre. This is Starbucks. The first Starbucks in Philadelphia was down a few blocks that way. It closed recently. This place closed. There's the police station. A lot of people drunk. They spend the night in there. And so here's another. Every little street you can go down has some, I guarantee you there's some artwork on here. Yep, there is. There are not many supermarkets in Center City, Philadelphia. This is Whole Foods. This is one of the few supermarkets in this section. There's an Acme, or as my grandmother would say, the Acme. Man, it's been smelling like straight pot for like 30 seconds. I don't see anybody smoking. Hey guys, speaking of pot, here's a hookah store. Very rare to find them in this area, but if you're looking for a hookah, you gotta get the drug paraphernalia. 4:30, and they're open today. Afternoon is illegal.
You're looking good, you two.
That's afternoon. They shouldn't be open. I guess that's a new permit. You gotta have a drug paraphernalia permit. So we're at 10th and South. This is really, it's just a magical place. Snap Kitchen, they make those pre-made healthy meals. Get a piece of chicken breast, 2 pieces of broccoli, and a cup of applesauce. That'll set you back $12.99. And then you gotta cook it all. So we're coming up to the Magic Garden. I think it's like 10 to 15 bucks to go in here. You can knock this place out in like 45 minutes. Or you can smoke a jazz cigarette and take your time. Do about or get that gas mask hookah, suck down that, and yeah. Yeah, and he lives. I think he lives on this street somewhere. Looks like if you want to come to the Magic Garden, you got to make a scheduled trip. Like you have to plan in advance. They have timed tickets. But yeah, it's a whole lot of that. If you don't want to pay for the Magic Garden, you could just look at this house here for free. Or you could look at this for free. Or you could look at that. He's all over. I'm not sure if it's true for all of his artwork, but he only used some of these works of art. He uses indoor plaster, and it's outside, so sometimes chunks of his artwork, like a mirror or a plate or whatever, just falls off. Oh, we're on oh, you can't tell, but this is this the block or is it the next block? Hollywood History. One of the best movies filmed in Philadelphia. It's better than Rocky 5, I'll say that. And it's better than Rocky 2. It's better than Rocky 2. Yo, wow, yo, he just bit my ankle. Oh, lawsuit. I'm calling you tomorrow. That fucking dog bit me. Fucking kill that thing. Put that fucking thing down. She didn't even say sorry. Fucking asshole. What they got here? Scooters. Uh-oh. Now open on Sundays. Hey, all right, whoa. I can't believe that fuck. He didn't bite me personally, but I got my jeans. I got the cuff going, and he bit the cuff. He definitely bit the cuff. Should go back there and kick that. Green terrarium. So they sell plants and decor. Get yourself a cactus. There you go. Bet you they have really nice air in there. Nice clean air. There you go. Now listen. Some massage parlors, I wonder, like are they the ones that do the things? I'm not saying that's one of them, but I would, if I was a gambling man, I would put $5 that that's one of the special magical massage places. There's some of them in Chinatown that they get raided once in a while. These are like apartments. ECW wrestler. The Raven. I don't know if it's true, but it was definitely a rumor that Raven lived in one of these apartments. So whenever I would walk around here, I would always look for Raven. Never saw Raven. I once saw... No, I didn't. My friend saw Al Snow, and Al Snow was a dickhead. So... All right. You know where I can find a hookah store? No? Okay. Just... Oh, there it is. There it goes. Okay, thanks, hon. There it is. New York Deli. And inside the New York Deli, they don't advertise the lunch meat. This is a this is a hookah gun. Holy shit. There's some more works of art. This is one you need a sign stick. $160. This is Harry's Occult. Well, Harry's World, not Harry's Occult, but they buy a like, bat's blood and make a spell. You can do that here. This is the apartment from the movie Trading Places. Jamie Lee Curtis, who was the hooker in Trading Places. This is her apartment. And if you ever saw the movie Trading Places, Dan Aykroyd, he gets beat up and he has a black eye. And he goes into Jamie Lee Curtis's apartment, and for 24 hours later, his black eye is gone. Magic. There you go. Let's see. See, now with this, I go, okay, no, this is legitimate because it has a foot thing on it. So I guess if you have a foot thing on it, okay, I don't know. I probably got canceled. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm doing, see these things? A lot of these in the city, the sides are getting rusted, and people are going to be falling through these things. It's going to be a plague. Oh, we're almost at Broad. Okay, so we did it. This is a full walk of South Street, Penn's Landing, the Broad. I think I've done this before, but I think it was edited. This is the mean streets of Philadelphia, so this is unedited. And right around here, this is like the center city district, or maybe right on the cusp. And there's also, if you go down a block or two this way, it's called the Gayborhood. It's it's the gay section of the city. So if you you want to go to a bar, they got gay bars, lesbian bars. There's one bar called Boxers, and the guys, I don't know if it's still open, but the guys who bartend at Boxers, they just wear boxer shorts. So, if you want to see that, go to Boxers, if it's still open. I got some California roll. All right, well, I guess that's it. We did it. This is South Street. It's a world of wonder, a land of bongs. Get yourself a punk rock t-shirt. Get yourself a $90 Crazy Eddie t-shirt. I mentioned a hookah. You can get a hookah. Oh, wow. Is this my friend? I have a friend. I have an acquaintance. His name's Elias. And he makes murals all over the city. I think this is one of his. Isn't this awesome? Kind of like a Keith Haring type vibe. But he makes big murals all pushed together. Oh, I wonder if they have his signature on it. I could be walking on the pavement. Yeah, it has to be his. Look, he has the word John written on it. John is a Philadelphia word. John is a noun. Best way to describe what a John is. See that? That's a John. See that tree? The tree's a John. Anything could be a John. I cannot be a John because I am a person. Oh no, this is not Elias. This is Kyle Confer or Confer. Oh, I hate pronouncing last names. I always add more to it than I should. And this is Broad Street. It's where all the broads are. And we did it. We did it. If you like this video, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. And while you're at it, hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. It's fire. You want to help me out? There's a link below in every video to my Patreon. You get bonus videos. And if you give me $5 or $10 more, $10 a month, you get a postcard. Sometimes people sign the postcards other than me. And sometimes it's just me. And I think that's it. Did I mention Patreon, postcard? Oh, what are you doing on Sunday morning? Join me for a cup of coffee here, live on YouTube, every Sunday morning. All right, I think that's it. Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I'll sail with you later. Toodles.